My name's Karen Davidson. I'm a partner in the Corporate Tax and Incentives team at Rudys. The Corporate Tax and Incentives team work with clients to understand and manage the tax risk and issues within their organisations. So that might be helping them through new tax legislation, understanding the impact of tax on business acquisitions or disposals that they're doing, or helping them through issues that they might have in relation to their people issues. IR35 is a piece of tax legislation that self-employed contractors who operate through their own personal service companies have been dealing with for around 20 years. Until now, the private sector has not had to bear any risk in relation to their arrangements with self-employed contractors who operate in that way. But new legislation is coming into force which will shift the compliance burden onto the private sector in working out whether those self-employed contractors should be treated as employees for tax purposes, and will potentially shift the requirement to pay that tax onto the private sector as well. The changes to IR35 will impact any sector that engages with self-employed contractors through personal service companies. So for example, the oil and gas sector, financial services, IT and construction are likely to notice significant changes. The changes are going to come into effect for the private sector from April 2020. The public sector are already dealing with these rules, although there may be some changes for them as well. It's potentially going to increase significantly the cost of engaging with contractors for the private sector, and is likely to result in significant market shift in how the private sector actually do engage with these contractors. There's a lot that businesses can and should be doing between now and April 2020 to be ready for the changes. This is the time that they should be spending on really getting a grip on who their contractor community is. It's a great opportunity for businesses to be streamlining their hiring processes and making sure that everyone that's involved in the hiring process really understands this new risk. And businesses should also be looking at their relationships with employment businesses to make sure they understand how those relationships will impact on the new landscape going forward. Rudys can help private businesses get ready for these changes that are coming into IR35. We have a cross-specialist team that can work with your team to really understand how these changes are going to impact on your business and work through the process that you need to go through in order to be ready for April 2020.